Well, I think one of the biggest things as well throughout our career, there's always that one moment that we always remember, and it continues to inspire us. So, a question for both of you is, what has been the highlight of your working career? Something that you still remember and something that you always love to share with people.
I was hoping it's going to be a highlight from life, and you put me on the spot, Laura, saying from the working career. This is really, really going way, way back, even before I moved to Malaysia. I was still in India. I was vice president of a global ad agency. And what happened is mobile telephony had just come into India. This is in the late 1990s. And the client had licenses across 42 areas. And one of the things that we were working was that the network circuit was unfortunately not in a sort of straight line or something, because these were in different locations across the entire subcontinent. And therefore, the highlight that I want to bring out is the communication campaign the brand had to roll out literally like a pregnancy. It was 10 months of a rollout from market A to market sort of J, all the way rolling out those things. Now, the problem was, as we roll out by market, we had to plan what's going to happen in the markets where we've already rolled out while new markets are coming in. And that was my first, I would say, as Matthew highlighted his leadership, that was my first leadership of coordinating 3 regional office. India is a very big country. So out there, 3 city offices, teams, both creative and marketing from the advertising side people, to coordinate rollout across these 42 centers and coordinate the communication and report back to the client's core regional team. I still remember that. I don't know how I did it. I have to be very honest. They didn't teach me this in B school. I was a vice president, but I love the work. I'm a bit nerdy on that side. I can't do the tech coding and all, but I can understand how tech works. And I coordinated. I led the communication development, led the market penetration, got the channels in. And 10 months later, all I had, to be very honest, but the bonus came on the 13th month. But at the end of 10 months, I had this Employee of the Year certificate coming out in the regional management group saying that, good job done. And those were the days where that kind of a piece of paper, still writing the corporate career. So I was very, very proud of that piece of paper. I still have it.
It's very similar.
That's the highlight from a working life. It's nothing astounding to me as yet. I still feel I've got my best yet to come.
Awesome. Love that. Okay, to answer your question, Laura, there are 2 which actually come to mind. It's difficult for me to actually sort of categorize them as to which one I actually like better, because they've come at 2 different moments in my life. I would say the first one which comes to mind is obviously being able, having the honor and privilege to actually work with Sir Richard Branson and Virgin Media when I was in Australia. That was in 2011. When I was doing a transition between the Gold Coast and Melbourne. So it was for a company which I can't mention at this present moment, but I did have the opportunity to actually meet him twice because I was heading one of the projects that Virgin Media was doing at that present moment when he was here in Australia. And see, I'm even thinking that I'm in Australia now. But anyways, when he was in Australia and I was in Australia at that time, so that definitely sort of is one incident which definitely sort of brings back very happy memories from my corporate background. Honestly speaking, Laura, that was about 10 years ago, when I was 10 years younger, and believe me, like. I was dumbfounded. Like when I was sitting down in front of him with a cup of coffee, I was like, I'm sitting down with a billionaire, right? And I didn't know what to ask, but I did. Sort of, I had like, I do have a picture with him, which used to be my banner photo on LinkedIn, but I actually took it down a little while ago. But that was a lovely moment in my corporate career, so to speak, which brings back really happy memories. The second one, very recently, I was actually sort of sought out by a New York Stock Exchange listed company which specializes in security elements, in especially dealing with banknotes. They are the world's largest manufacturer of banknotes and banknote technology. So basically the paper substrate on which banknotes are printed on. And I still am one of their country consultants for a particular country in Asia. So these are two things I reckon which I really hold a lot of pride in on having been able to achieve those in my short at this present moment, yet I would say very fulfilling corporate career. So thanks for the question, Laura. I really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
Awesome. Matthew, your questions, brother.
Okay, my question is just the one question to the both of you, and that would be, we all have a purpose. We all have our why, what we're here for, what we're doing. What I would like to know, whether it be in life, whether it be in a corporate sense, it doesn't matter. My question would be is, what legacy would you be known for, or would you like to be known for? So you can sort of take either way for that question.